Yo, welcome back to my life, starring me. Last time you saw me, I was I probably sounded different, and I was also in London, England. Now I'm back in Canada. That's pretty cool. My hair's a mess and greasy, and I feel very sick. So that's what's going on in my life right now. I spent a month and a half there in London, England, and I had no issues whatsoever the whole time. But as soon as I got home, I got sick as a dog. My dog's right here. So that's kind of unfortunate, but I still do want to make videos. I'm just not sure about what I will make videos with, like what content I'll make right now. What kind of ideas do I want to explore? I'm at a point in my life right now where I need to look for a job. I need to start getting paid. A big boy position somewhere. And you know, there's a lot of options for me. Doggy. There's a lot of options for me, right? And I can really do whatever I want. But I need to pick something, right? Because I do have goals. I want a new car. And I don't want to just buy that new car. Because I can afford it. But I don't have an income, so like that'll bite me in the ass. And the car that I have now is fine. Like it's nothing wrong with it. It's just boring and I don't like technology. I don't like the fact that I can't turn the ignition without having to use an electronic fob. I'd rather get an old car. And old cars are gonna be, maybe like sometime in the near future, gasoline cars will become like super inexpensive, and then the market for that will, be more in my favor. There's still a huge community of people that are interested in manual cars and such. I wonder if there will be such thing as a manual electric car. Like, I do understand why we're switching over to electric. And I don't agree with it. I was watching a Hank Green video about electricity and like other forms of energy, natural energy, that we get from this earth. And we also have like gasoline, right? We also have oil, that sort of stuff, wood. And for a long time, we diversified our appliances, our machines and stuff, to use all sorts of different types of renewable and non-renewable energy sources to power them. But now we're just switching everything to electricity, and there's a single infrastructure that we're relying on in order to produce the fuel that runs all of our everyday things, and I just don't agree with that. Even though it may be renewable, and it might be a good idea, like, in terms of sustainability, I just don't think, this is a very basic thought, I'm not thinking, wow, you're such a philosopher for thinking this, but if you don't diversify your portfolio, you're kind of just like screwed if something happens. If everything is running on electricity and electricity breaks, like the infrastructure no longer functions, then you're just like, you can't use anything. Right now we have a gas stove, right? We have gas cars. We have electricity that runs through this house, right? We use it for several of our appliances. But if everything was on electricity, then, like I said, we suffer majorly if it were to cease functioning. But right now we have all these different forms of energy. If one thing were to break, it would be like, oh, that kind of sucks. I can't use my stove, for example, anymore because there's no supply of natural gas. But, I can always buy a can of propane and get a propane barbecue. There's other ways. But it's just one element of your house, or like one group of elements of things that we use that stops working instead of just everything. Anyway, I have to use the bathroom. That's all you're gonna get from me today, because I feel terrible. All right, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.